Part 3. Sample design solutions for 4 imaginary learning centres. 4 different scenarios were developed for fictional learning centres, and David Morley architects were then invited to produce concept designs demonstrating potential solutions to the PE and sport requirements. The design process. The design process involved formulating teams of architectural staff, ranging from partners to year-out students, each with experience of sports and physical education environments. The key questions that arose were: what demotivates a PE student? What makes a PE student happy? Which skills should be delivered through PE in schools? What curriculum overlaps are there with other subject areas? How can we encourage active lifestyles? How can we encourage young women into sport? How can we make being active fun? Key themes. Emerging themes were discussed and distilled into concepts for the site and interior spaces. The site. Indoor and outdoor. Rethinking traditional indoor activities can provide an additional asset to the school. Exploiting level changes. There are many ways in which level changes can transform the school environment, either by using the existing site topography or by creating new features that reuse the site materials or vertical surfaces of the building. Healthy lives. Engaging young people with the natural environment through active learning and participation in growing fruit and vegetables can be an effective tool to encourage healthy eating habits and an active lifestyle. Interior spaces. Hub. This is about the ability to unite and encourage people to be active whilst avoiding focus on formal sport, as this can often be a deterrent. The changing studio. By reordering the experience, increased visibility can be given into the sports spaces, adding excitement and a sense of the purpose to the space. It is important that viewing into activity spaces does include privacy blinds for specific group needs. Beach, park. Playing sport and exercising on the beach or in a park is less formal, easier to access, and seems to encourage activity through a fun environment. This is a theme picked up on for the site, but could this be replicated inside a school? Interactivity. Technology can be used to harness data, analyse the impact of exercise for cross-curricular use, and be applied to the study of sports science in schools. Today's pupils are digital natives. We can tap into their natural use and interest in technology, and technology can also be used to make exercise fun. Plug and play. Effective storage is an important requirement of making sports spaces flexible. One idea is to have a very plain and simple sports hall and use an inventive storage system to customize it for particular sports and community use. Setting A is an inner-city performing arts college which will be retaining and refurbishing 60% of its existing buildings and demolishing and rebuilding 40%. The learning centre entrance is approached via a covered courtyard which opens up to the adjacent sports hall. This creates one large flexible performance space able to house the entire school for a community event or production. The site. Outdoor learning spaces are located close to the building to create an easy flow from the interior and blur the distinction. Outdoor spaces are shaped, equipped and resourced to suit specific curriculum needs and encourage active engagement. A hierarchy of different sized outdoor spaces are driven from the education vision and range from small spaces for individual learning through to large whole year or whole school spaces. The main external spaces are divided between naturally landscaped areas, including trees for nature walks, tree houses and treetop walks, and the hard landscaped areas which have multiple zones. By dividing these areas into activity zones, the aim is to encourage activities and discourage exclusion. Level changes have been used to divide the playground into zones with the use of the carved wall, which can be traversed and clambered through, treetop walks, tree houses, informal parkour area, climbing wall and amphitheatre. To incorporate the themes, there are areas for healthy outdoor eating and opportunities to engage students with the natural environment. These include outdoor classrooms, a playground stage, performance space, and a nature trail. More formal activity zone areas are marked out for multi-use games areas, basketball, performance, and seating. Interior spaces. The new building plugs into the existing school, linked by the atrium, which can be used to display 3D artwork. The existing multi-storey classroom block is converted for use as activity studios with flexible changing facilities. Plug-and-play storage facilities provide flexible use for schools and community. The new build sports hall has its own independent changing facilities that can double up as a performance green room or back of house. To maximise space efficiency on this tight site, there is an option to house a healthy eating cafe and informal play area on the roof of the sports hall. Setting B is a technology college in a suburban area that will receive 20% new build, 40% minor refurbishment and 40% major refurbishment as part of BSF. As a technology college, they will be seeking to maximise the potential for ICT to transform teaching and learning, and in particular put young people in the driving seat with regard to managing their learning. Just 20% new build area here is used to transform the school's PE sport facilities. A new link is created with the adjacent science labs for sports science, and new changing rooms provide high-quality learning environments which are ICT-enabled for interactive debriefing and learning. The site. The ICT-rich sports centre, combined with a close link to the formal sports activity surfaces, encourages a modern sports performance outlook and a sports science edge. Interactive activities such as music pads are included in the informal play areas. The exploitation of level changes includes tiered seating that addresses the sports pitch and can be used for outdoor learning. This also helps to address planning issues relating to floodlighting. Adventure climbing equipment is used to engage children, and additional sports areas are provided for multi-use games areas. The activities might include basketball, tennis, and a trim trail. An important aspect of sports science is nutrition and healthy eating. The experience is encouraged through the connection between growing, cooking, and eating food. In order to engage students with food technology and science, teaching spaces are linked with a science garden. Interior spaces. There is a strong link between the internal sports facilities and the external spaces in the Learning Centre, and also between the science and food technology areas. Existing and new build changing facilities are refurbished to suit the modern school building with flexible use. Existing sports volumes are complemented by a range of plug-in storage facilities for community and school use. Circulation space between changing and formal sports becomes an informal learning, play and activity space. The entrance foyer is complemented by a healthy eating cafe and a digital information resource which provides additional enriched ICT facilities. Setting C is a sports college in a rural area which will be newly built on existing site and co-located with a special school. The school will host the new Sport and Active Leisure Diploma and continue to act as a hub site for the local authority leisure services, who deliver some community provision and manage sports facilities after 4 p.m. and during weekends and school holidays. This school promotes their sports specialism by bringing the active spaces to the front of the site. Students, visitors and the community all enter the school through a reception flanked by these active spaces with views in. At the heart of the school is a semi-sunken football pitch, with the change in level providing excellent spectator opportunities. The site. The school is focused around a full-sized sunken football pitch with raised banking and viewing gallery. The teaching spaces all look out onto the gardens and outdoor spaces, linked also with outdoor areas and covered play areas to extend the learning space. An extensive array of sports facilities are available in the wider grounds, including a multi-use sports area, synthetic hockey pitch and cricket. The healthy eating environment has been provided in the extensive school garden, with allotments for the SEN school and the main school, and a sports cafe. Interior spaces. Due to the large site it is situated on, the school is kept to a single story, with the main entrance framed by the indoor sports facilities. These are complemented by a number of mobile storage facilities, allowing a wide range of club use to interchange the use of the space. The 5-court hall can be divided by a vertical movable acoustic screen. The main entrance to the Learning Centre leads into the Healthy Eating Cafe, which acts as the central unifying hub for the main school, the SEN school and the community. The circulation zone adjacent to the sports facilities can be subdivided into informal play zones. Changing room facilities are designed to be used as teaching spaces and can be opened out onto the external sports facilities. Setting D is a business and enterprise college on a confined urban site which will be 100% new build. It is to be co-located with a PCT health centre. The school's active spaces stack vertically in response to the site constraints and use creative solutions to maximise the space available for pupils' learning and health. Activities wrap themselves up the building using the vertical planes, climbing walls, ramps and informal leftover spaces to maximum effect. The site. Students are able to engage with the grounds through outdoor classroom spaces and a covered multi-use games area on the roof. Level changes are exploited to limit the removal of groundworks and create areas for games such as parkour and BMX, with a spectator bank surrounding it. Horizontal and vertical allotments aim to engage the students with nature, and an entrepreneurial spirit is encouraged with a community farmers market based in the school playground. The indoor activity areas are linked with the outdoors through the rooftop sports, trim trail and a ramp winding through the trees. Interior spaces. The internal sports facilities are stacked so as to optimise use of the limited site. These formal volumes have been wrapped with ramping circulation that extends to provide space for a covered climbing wall and informal play areas. Each level links into the existing school facilities with the main hub of the cafe.